What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. Especially in something like wrestling.
Yeah.
Which leads me to Sasha. Because now, Sasha Banks has, it came out right before the whole Vince stepping down that she has been released. Now, there has been confusion on both sides, like, well, has she really been released? Or are they just saying that to be a ploy to take distraction off what's going on with Vince? But then it's like, no, Sasha got her lawyers out, and she wants to be released from her contract. And that whole, I think with the lawyers, they're taking that whole 90-day clause and shit out, so she can go do what she wants to do when she wants to do it. They did not say anything about Naomi. Naomi left a cryptic tweet last week on her social media, which, you know, what was very powerful. If y'all haven't seen it, go back and watch that. But they ain't say nothing about Naomi. But when it comes to Sasha, you know, of her being released, and I'm gonna take it at that. If she's released, good for her. Look, I love Sasha. I've met Sasha. I have been a fan of Sasha. I've enjoyed, you know, the Banks crew and all that stuff like that, or the Sasha crew, excuse me, in NXT and Sasha's Ratchet and also I've been following Sasha since them days in NXT all the way up to the main roster. Like I said, I've met her a couple of occasions. She's been nice to me, and she's talented. Some can argue she's the best wrestler out the Four Horsewomen, or the second best, depending on which one you're looking at.
Yep.
So, and she helped put the women's revolution, her era, on the map. And I'm gonna be real with you. She helped out the sisters in a big way, because before Sasha came up there, and because they wasn't taking any of the black women seriously, because the black women you had on there was the Funkadactyls and Alicia Fox. You know, and depending on which day you wake up and turn in the morning, Layla. But they weren't doing nothing. They didn't care about them. But when she came in there, put in the work and did all that stuff like that, okay. And the next thing you know, we got a whole slew of these women out here going out there and getting the work done. I've been proud of them for that. Now, there's no chance. There's no way. I don't know if she goes to AEW. I mean, Tony Khan, I know, would be like, oh, why wouldn't you want Sasha Banks? That'd be like one of the biggest stars you add to your roster. But the problem is, if you add on a Sasha Banks ain't going to be going to no damn Dark or Elevation. She's in the main storyline. You get the belt on her as quickly as possible. I think if she was to go to AEW, but I don't think that's what she, as of right now, maybe down the road, sure. I think right now, she wants to.
I think if she does, she'll probably go to Stardom or something, and then act too.
Yeah, I think she wants to go to Hollywood, and I ain't mad at her if she wants to go to Hollywood. I think it's like a Rock thing. Like she did her thing in The Mandalorian, and it's like, all right, you know, you got, you know, because it's in the hip hop business, stuff like that. And next thing you know, she could turn out to be in a Nicki Minaj video. Who knows? And just to get her foot in the door of trying out certain things, and then, you know, she go out there and just start acting, and if she come back and be even a bigger star, like The Rock or Brock Lesnar when they came back, to the point where she, you know, she can call her own shit. And I would be damn happy for her if she. I kind of want her to do that. I kind of want to go out there, do some Hollywood, go out there and do some videos, do some music, do something that's gonna grow your fan base up, And then it's like, okay, yes, I still love professional wrestling. I'm still a wrestling fan. Let me come back to wrestling. It's like, okay, but then, you know, there's AEW, or because right now I think she'll get lost in the sauce in AEW right now. Because right now Tony Khan is having a problem trying to book all the women he has on his card. I mean, on his roster.
Yeah, like I said, Stardom was probably where she'll go at.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And then AEW eventually. But I think Stardom or somewhere in Japan is where she will probably go to get more experience. Like, Sasha is good, but like you go to Japan, you get better than you are, then I think she'll probably want to do that. Because that's where she went on her first time that she left. She went over there to Stardom to train with them.
Yeah.
So, we'll see.
So I mean, those kind of things. I'm excited for her to go out there.
And also, I mean, if she go to Stardom, there's so many people she can face off that it's kind of they unknown now because obviously that's a different audience, but they can have some great matches all over the place. And most of the wrestlers over there in Japan are like 23 and younger, so they can have great matches.
Oh, they can. I mean, I would be happy to to see them, and because I want her to succeed because she is that damn talented and she deserves to succeed in anything that she does.
Mm-hmm.
She deserves it, and I mean the woman has really done it all in WWE. I mean, if you want to throw in like, well, she never won Money in the Bank or she never won Royal Rumble, that's fine. Out of all the accomplishments that this woman has done in her WWE run, like, bruh, you got women who's been there for 20 years who haven't even touched that. Who haven't even touched that status of what she has done.
Yeah, she's a 3-time women's champion, 5-time Raw, 2-time or 3-time SmackDown women's champion.
Yeah, so about 8-time altogether.
NXT champion.
She main evented the first. She was the first ever women's main event on a pay-per-view. Her and Charlotte. Then it was the first ever women's Hell in a Cell. And all her Hell in a Cell matches, minus the one with the Charlotte, but the one with the other horsewoman, Bayley and Becky Lynch, have been some of the best women's Hell in a Cell matches that she's ever done. Or that they ever done with women. Then she main evented WrestleMania with Bianca Belair, 2 black women main event WrestleMania, and won an ESPY for it. She won an ESPY for it. So she's in the first of the women's tag team championships. Her and Charlotte has had one of the best women's rivalries in that company's history. People still argue and debate that she has had the best match in Takeover when it came to her versus Bayley in Takeover Brooklyn. She they out there and she putting in work. She's one of the best heels that they ever had in the company, and she's old school. And she can tell that how much she truly loves the fucking business. And I'm like, this is going to be a hurt piece for them. This is going to be a hurt piece for them because, like I said, if this stuff is involving lawyers and legalness and stuff like that, I believe it's not going to be as it's not going to be like no 90-day non-compete stuff like that. Even if there's like a 90-day. That's like right there at All Out, and I don't think they want her to go jump to the All Out. Like I said, I agree with you about the Stardom thing, but I really think it's like maybe Stardom or Hollywood first. But I think it's one of them 2 avenues, So 2 places where she has not excelled at the highest level like she's done with everything else. And I think that would be awesome for this, awesome for her. Anything you want to add?
What she does.
To what?
I said we'll see what she does. Yeah, we'll see.
I know. Yeah,
Hello?
Huh?
You hear me, right?
Yeah, it's like the mic is going in and out, kind of. So it's like I don't know when you stop talking or not.
All right, what about now?
I can hear you now. So now, where does that leave her partner Naomi? What do you think happens to Naomi?
Nothing.
So you think she has job security and she come back?
I don't know how much security, but don't know about upsetting the big dogs, so we'll see how that goes.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like if Roman got her back along those, like you know what I'm saying, Roman. I think she just back in
No,
there like someone.
just Roman. I don't. The Usos don't really got no say so right now. So.
Oh, so you're saying just Roman.
Yeah, Usos don't got no say so. Like they 2 seconds away from getting fired themselves. So it's only Roman.
Okay. I mean, it's a possibility. I would like to see Naomi back and you know do something, but I do want to hear from them. And since Sasha Banks has probably been the one to be released, she's probably going to be the one to talk first and let everybody know what happened. Because everybody does want to hear her opinion from her mouth. I'm not mad at it.
Just wait till that Jericho interview, man.
Ooh.
Now I don't think. Well, it depends because Bray Wyatt still haven't done his, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Bray Wyatt. When he come back with what not? So
Don't know.
I'm curious, especially with that. But look, Sasha, I wish you the best of luck, girlfriend. I'm happy for you, and no matter what you do, I guess I hope she go out there and act. I hope she go out there in that stardom, and then who don't want to see her in AEW? I mean, that's a talent right there. Because I mean, I'm hot shot booking her and put her right at the top to go against Thunder Rosa and take that belt. Because right now, the only woman that's been really booked good in AEW is the baddie section with Jade.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They like he's throwing all his eggs in that one basket, and that's it. I'm just like, bro, we got more women out here.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to book women. We've established this thoroughly.